This song is early Beatles, and I think I heard something that John was somewhat embarrassed by the many I sounds. If you listen to the lyrics, you can tell that he tried to get as many I sounds into the words as possible. I kind of like it, and that's one of the amazing things about the Beatles, that they have these various phases. And if you listen to the album, no album really sounds like the other. Every album has its own distinct character. And the early Beatles, have that exuberant energy, and of course a lot of the songs are what you would pop songs expect to be about: love and unfulfilled love and fulfilled love. And then of course they got into other subjects, philosophical subjects and heavier subjects. But it's interesting and energetic throughout. And as sad as one might think is that they broke up, what it did is it kept that perfect record intact. I mean, who knows if they had gone on as long as some other bands that we won't mention, maybe they would have repeated it, themselves, or settled into some comfortable groove. I'm not sure if that would have happened or not, but it didn't happen. And then so we've got these records, it's about 13 or so records, and they're all great and they're all different. So I think that's good. Okay, so this is early Beatles, and even though it falls into that, love song period, it's still, as typical for John, a love with a little bit of pain in there. There's that plaintiveness that he has in a lot of his songs. So you do like yourself some early Beatles too. That's good. This next song is not early Beatles, it's early John Lennon's solo period. And Mr. Wisdom over here is very easy to work with. He's a very undemanding collaborator. That helps explain why he's about the only one I've stuck with for all these years. I've had collaborators, but this guy I keep working with, and one of the reasons I love what he's doing, but I also love that I don't have to worry about him. He does his thing, and I do my thing, and it always comes together. But he did make one demand, and that demand was that we're going to do this song. So this is early John Lennon of his solo period, after the Beatles broke up. As soon as you're born, they make you feel small by giving you no time instead of it all. Till the pain is so big, you feel nothing at all. A working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. They hurt you at home, and they hate you at school. They hate you if you're clever, despise a fool. But you're so fucking crazy, you don't follow their rules. A working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. They've tortured and scared you for 20 odd years, and then they expect you to pick a career. When you can't really function, you're so full of fear. A working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. You dope with religion and sex and TV, and you think you're so clever and classless and free, but you're still a fucking peasant as far as I see. A working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. They are telling you still that first you must learn how to smile as you kill, if you want to be like the folks on the hill. A working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. If you want to be a hero, well, just follow me. If you want to be a hero, just follow me. Boy, that's a sad song. I hope not everybody's school time was like that. I will have to say I can actually relate to it. I can relate to the fear-based schooling. And of course, the other British group, Pink Floyd, did The Wall, and that painted a similar picture. So I don't know what schools are like in Britain. I hope they're better now. But it's definitely a thought that we should not educate through fear. So I think we all agree with that. I'm glad that I didn't get struck by lightning by singing the F word. I sang it as softly as I could. And on top of that, he's also criticizing religion. which he also did in the song Imagine, and that's actually one of the reasons I don't do that song. That one goes a little bit farther than what I'm comfortable with, because I'm actually pro-religion, and the way I define religion is as a desire to get closer to God. And that's what John's bandmate George Harrison advocated, that life was all about getting closer to God. And during the early solo years, George Harrison wrote a song called My Sweet Lord, and John Lennon wrote a song called God, during which he proceeded to list all the things he didn't believe in, ending with the Beatles. And again, not necessarily a song I agree with, but still a great song, as of course Imagine is a great song. I'm just not on board with the concept that the world would be better without religion. I just don't believe that. I believe the problem is attachment to religion, not religion itself, and competitive religion. That's the problem. As in, my club is the best, it's wonderful, I really want you to join, but if you don't, you're going to hell. And that's the problem. That's what causes the wars. And unfortunately, there's still a lot of that going on. So I hope we'll get past that somehow. And anyway, and then of course people say that wars are fought over religion, and that could be true. I personally think that wars are usually fought over territory and resources, but religion is being used as a motivator, and it sometimes works. It works on people who can be motivated that way. Anyway, and I have one more thought about that, and I don't know why I'm having that thought, but one of the people who goes to church here, Scott Carter, wrote a play about Jefferson and Tolstoy, and who's the third guy? Dickens, that's right, exactly. I think I forgot Dickens because I don't actually agree with his point of view. I agree with Jefferson. To me, Thomas Jefferson is a true American hero because he recognized that the separation of church and state is one of the highest goods we can have. I believe that too. I just told you I believe in religion, but I equally strongly believe in the separation of church and state. And I think that's another thing that hopefully the world is gonna get closer to. And it's better for both. It's better for the state and it is better for the church. That was my sermon. I usually don't get to do them, so I'm kind of taking it. I'm taking advantage of the opportunity. You know, we
This is my territory.
Scott, my next sentence was we are